Have you ever been in a job where you feel like you just don't fit anymore? Where you turn up to work day in, day out, knowing that it's a means to an end, it helps to pay the bills, but it feels like you're no longer living your life. It feels like you're living in someone else's life. And you're not sure how to get out of it without losing everything that you have. And I've been there a number of times. I've been in jobs where it looks amazing on paper, but I was traveling overseas regularly, but on the inside, I was quietly dying. I was working long hours and I was burning out without even realizing it. I didn't feel appreciated and I felt disconnected, and it wasn't who I really was or who I thought I was. So, in this video today, I want to talk about career changes. The type of career change that isn't a dramatic, massive change that you tear up your CV and you give your work the finger. It's a type that you make small incremental changes that then help you realign with what you want to do, with who you really are. So, my journey has been quite varied, and I've had a number of quite successful career changes in my life. I've gone from technical writing to being a banker to being an international development worker to working in the university, taking a career sabbatical, and working in the international development and the family violence spaces. And each time I changed, I was looking for something that sparked this inner excitement in me, seeing what opportunities that where I could apply my skills in a really fun and engaging way that sparked who I was and where I felt I could make a good contribution to. And each time I did that, I really had to let go of a safety net. Sometimes I had to quit my job before the next opportunity came. For example, when I quit my first job ever in Australia, and that was in banking, I quit because I felt undervalued and I was really unhappy in the job. What happened was someone in my team, she went home and told her husband who worked in another bank. And it so happened that the other bank were looking for the exact same skills that I already have, and the skills that I hadn't been fully utilized in my first job. And so that was how I got my second break, working in the second job. And it was amazing. It was managing part of a team that managed national franchises around Australia. Um, and so I really had to completely let go and quit one job before another opportunity come. As I say, one door closes, another door or many doors can open. Each time I changed careers, I also learned to trust my own skills, my own experience, my instincts, and that the relationships I've built so far in my career, my personal life would serve me. I remember there was one particular moment where one of my contracts was ending at the university. And I took a very bold step at the time because I enjoyed working in the university. And so I made a lot of connections already around the campus. So I made it a point for I don't know how many weeks, probably a couple of months. I went around having coffees and teas with so many people. And it really started with, hey, my contract's coming to an end. I've really enjoyed working with you. I really want to stay in the university. These are my skill set. Do you think we could have a chat and brainstorm or see what opportunities that you've heard of that are coming up? And what came out of that was, I swear, one of the most amazing opportunities I've ever had in my career. It was to create these partnerships between university and the private sector for a particular university college. And I worked with some brilliant minds. And it was fun it was hard work, but it was so much fun going to work each day. So I created my own opportunity. That way, a job was created for me in that sense. So, in terms of how you can reframe your mindset when you're looking at changing careers is firstly voicing that fear within you. A lot of my clients say to me, ones who feel like they're on the edge of wanting to change their career, they say, what if I don't have what it takes to change? And what if I fail and everyone says I'm stupid to do that? My invitation is to reflect that fear with compassion. Imagine if that was a friend saying to you all these fears, what would you say to them? Often we're more kind to our friends than we are to ourselves. And so when we shift that perspective to reframe that fear and to talk it through as if it's our friend, we come from a very different perspective and a different lens. Perhaps every frame could be maybe it's not about having all the answers. Maybe it's about listening to what your heart keeps telling you, keeps whispering to you, and honoring it one small step at a time. Another big challenge that my clients talk about is not wanting to leave the comfort zone that they have. Often it's to do with income. And career change doesn't necessarily always mean a big downstep in the income space. Sometimes it's about creating opportunities where you can still use your skill set to create the income while you explore a different career path. Perhaps it could be cutting down your hours to part-time, 3 or 4 days a week, if that works for you, and using the extra time to explore another career path. Or it could be like what I do now as well. I engage as a contractor in the recruitment space using my current skill set to bring in the income, but knowing that my focus now is building my life coaching business. So there are many ways, in creative ways, that you can go about with exploring what it is that sparks you, what it is that lights you up. And you never know until you start to try things. So a takeaway or a reflection for today is I love to share a journaling prompt with you. And the journaling prompt is as follows. Write down what you love about your current job and write down what drains you. Thirdly, what you secretly wish you were doing instead. And in that last question, it's really important to just allow your pen or if you're typing to flow. Allow the thoughts to flow without filtering yourself. Just allow things to move and see what comes. This is the brainstorming, heart-storming phase. And by writing freely without filtering or limiting yourself, you can then start to see what emerges. And it may take practice. It might take a few days or weeks for for what you really want and love to do to come through. So I encourage you to bring persistence into that practice. So my invitation is you don't have to leap in a career change. Maybe it's just the first step is just to talk to someone. Talk to someone who you trust or someone who might be completely new and talk through what it is that you want. Set up that coffee, set up that meeting, or dust off that skill set that you know you've got and you've buried for years. So in closing, if you're ready to explore what's next, not with pressure, but with presence, I'd really love you to join me in my beautiful self-paced workshop, Rebels Rising. It's designed for you, for the quiet rebels who hear an inner voice calling out to them that something really wants to come forth within them, something wants to come and change. And it's about going in your own pace and listening to that voice and taking the small actions to become that rebel that you really long to be, the rebel to live the life that you want. So, in closing, it's never too late. And all you have to do is just take that one step at a time. Thank you.